Should I do the video like this? Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Dude, okay, here we go. I'm cleaning my room right now, and I'm doing this on my phone because it's like 1 in the morning and I still have a lot to do and I can't go to sleep because I took like a 5-hour nap today, and woke up at like 8 o'clock. Anyway, so okay, let's see. Yesterday left off with like studying right now, right? So I studied a little bit longer. I pretty much I finished around, I was drinking some energy to make sure my brain was staying awake. Wrong decision, because I finished around I think 1:20 in the morning, 2 o'clock, 2:30, I don't know, somewhere around 1:32. And I basically was just I was like, okay, now it's time to go to bed. So I got in bed and could not fall asleep. I couldn't fall asleep. I tried to I don't know, I turned off my friggin' iPad and what I was playing, that didn't work. I tried to sleep, nothing was working. I was literally I could not fall asleep. First I was okay, it's the caffeine, and then after the caffeine wore off and I could tell I was gone, it was just the anxiety of taking the test freaked me out. I was just tweaking out because I was so nervous and so anxious to take this exam, right? I'm gonna bring y'all down here. Terrifying, right? Ooh, you're falling. Hold on. Okay. So I just freaking. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Hold on, let me fix you. So I was sitting on my knees and they hurt, so I didn't want to sit like that anymore. Anyway, okay, so I freaking could not fall asleep, so much anxiety, stayed up literally all night, could not fall asleep. 7 o'clock came, my alarm went off, I was okay, now it's time to study right before I go and take the test, right? I waited for, I think 30 minutes, it wasn't until 7:30 I started. And then I studied, and I went through all my notes, made sure I knew everything and all that stuff, right? Then I freaking 8:30 was when I finished, and so I was okay, wow, I'm 30 minutes before I wanted to go and be there and taking the test, right? So I'm okay, fine, I'll just okay, I gotta get dressed, gotta get ready and just go, right? Make sure I have everything. So I do that, I get ready, I put my scratch paper, I take my scratch paper out of my notebook first, and then I put it in my backpack. I make sure I have all my pencils and stuff, and then I also I make sure I've got my energy drink for freaking surviving, because holy crap, I was exhausted, and I knew I wasn't exhausted, I was so anxious, literally, my stomach was hurting, and I was laying in bed pretty much the whole night, even though I couldn't sleep. I was just sitting doing nothing. Oh, and I read the creepiest story last night, which does not help at all. I'll get to that, but basically, so I got out of bed and I immediately was oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up. that's how bad my anxiety was. I was my stomach was killing me. I was okay, I'm gonna throw up. I was nauseous, and it was really bad. I was ooh, this sucks. I was I just hope I can get through this exam. I get it over with, and this is the biggest stressor. All my other exams, I found out my religion exam is online, and my math exam, sorry, there's a friggin' thing or whatever, I'm gonna take probably Monday. Yeah, I did not take it today. But yeah, so I get dressed or whatever, I go to the bathroom first, and then I see Audrey in there too. She's up, and I was like, girl, I couldn't sleep, and she's me neither, and she's well, good luck, and I'm bye, and so I went out. Guys, it was snowing today. I have a video, I can probably put it in here, but it was snowing today. I walk out of the dorm, and I'm oh my gosh, it's snowing, and it was sticking to the ground and everything. I was oh my gosh. I'm oh, this is so nice. And then I walk down the ramp to go to where the building is, and I start slipping and sliding because there's ice and snow and stuff. I'm oh my gosh, how do people live like this? So I was literally walking like a penguin to the exam building or whatever, because I just kept slipping. I was oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall and break my bones, break my butt or something like that. But anyway, so man, I did that. And what, I Sorry, holy crap, my brain is not working. I made it to the thing. I should have gone, there was like a door right, so the building is like huge. I saw a door that went into it, but I was like, oh, well, I think the entrance, like front entrance is right here. So I thought it'd be easier to figure out where I'm going from the front entrance, but there was no front entrance. I ended up finding another side entrance that was like way farther down. I was like, I should have just gone in. But I went in, it was really easy. I followed the signs, and then I was like, it wasn't just American Heritage, it was like a bunch of things. I was like, hey, is this the American Heritage one? And she's like, yes. And then I went in, grabbed my stuff, I went and turned off my phone, got everything, and like you walk in and it's the gym, right? But like it's huge, by the way, like literally huge, but they have these like rickety old tables set out, like lined, like grid pattern all the way down, corner to corner gym. And then, but like it's 2 people per table. So it's not like you're not like in desks spread out from people. You're like 2 people per table, which is how like I think the SATs kind of worked, but we were a lot, it was like, we were really close. Like it was like this was the size of like the table. Like this 2 times. This was the size of the table. And we sat like, you pretty much were sitting like right, like shoulder, kind of not really shoulder to shoulder, but shoulder to shoulder with the people right there. So I sit down, take my exam, start my exam, whatever. I'm like, I am killing it. I go through, I'm like, okay. Like, it's taking me like 2 seconds to answer questions. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm literally gonna kill this. That exam took me, I think, like an hour and a half to do. And the whole time I took it, 3 people came and sat down and finished and like got up and finished their exams while I was taking my exam. I was like, oh my god. I was nowhere near a clock, so I could not see like what the time was. I was like, how long have I been here? Literally, I was freaking out. I was like, dude, it's been like 3 hours? How are these like people? They weren't taking American Heritage, because I was sitting like people, either American Heritage people would sit next to me, or it wouldn't be American Heritage, but it was a bunch of other people who weren't in American Heritage were sitting next to me. No assigned seatings. And I go in, it's like, I think it's like at 8:30, I get into the building, and I'm like, it's like 8:30 I get into the building, or 8:40, and literally every seat is full. Every seat of this huge gym, every like little table, 2 by 2 people, all full. I'm like, holy crap, where do I sit? I had to walk like a hot second to find a seat. And after I finished my exam, some guy was already waiting behind me to like sit down to take my seat, because like people were waiting for seats. That's how like full this was. That was insane. But yeah, no, it was insane. I was like, holy moly, this is crazy. But yeah, basically I turned it in, and I had to wait. They weren't, so okay, it's a Scantron, right? But like I basically put my Scantron in a box of like 100 other people's Scantron, so it was gonna take a hot second before they graded mine. But I didn't think it took them like an hour. It took them an hour to grade it. And I was like sitting here, I was like, oh my gosh, how did I do? What did I blah blah blah? I did not go over and look over my answers, which I normally would do, but I was like, 90 questions, I'm not going through and reading all that. And like I think I brought my energy drink, right? And I went to the bathroom before the exam, but I hit question 60, and I was like, holy crap, I'm about to pee my pants. So I'm like, I have 30 more questions. I can either like, I didn't know where the bathroom was, and I didn't know, I like kind of wanted to get this over with. So I was like, if I have to, I'll like get up and try and go to the bathroom. But I was like scared someone was gonna be like, where are you going? But no, I was like, I hit question 60. I vividly remember hitting question 60, and I'm like, holy crap, I'm gonna pee my pants. And I was like, I've got 30 more questions, I can get through this. And I did. I got all the way to 90, and then I was like, and we're leaving, we're going to the bathroom. And dude, the bathrooms in the RB are like, 'cause that's where I took it, are like so tiny. I literally like was bumped into like 5 people just trying to go wash my hands getting out of the stall. It was insane. They kind of remind me of like the murder bathrooms back in LHS by the gym. But yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so I left. It was snowing even more. It was still snowing. I was like, oh, Christmas. I called my mom, and I was like, they're not giving me my grade or whatever. And then talked to her all the way back here, and then like I think I hung up or whatever, and I was just like chilling in my room. Audrey and a couple other people from like American Heritage stopped by and like were like, hey, how'd you do? Because I posted on my Instagram being like, American Heritage final done, because I'm hilarious. And they're like, oh my gosh, how'd you do? And I was like, I think I did pretty well. And they're like, oh my gosh, I hope you did. And I'm like, but my grade hasn't come in. And they're like, that's the worst. But yeah, so I told them like pretty much what was on the exam, and I was like, it was funny. I was talking to Audrey, and I was like, she's like, what do you, like, people or whatever, do you have like notes I can look at or like take pictures of? And I was like, yeah, of course. And I show her my page, and I've written like 12 pages of notes for like the whole unit. And I was like, I got through I think like 10 pages, and she was like, and we were still in unit 2, and we hadn't even gotten to unit 3, and she was like, can I just like borrow these? I was like, you can have them. Because it was like I filled up both of the notebooks with like, not American Heritage, but like with other stuff, and I was like, I don't need them, take them. I need to get new notebooks anyway, right? And she was like, really? I was like, yes, take them and memorize them and whatnot, right? And then she was like sending pictures of some other girl, right? Who knows if she actually did that? But I told her it was like, memorize that, because the exam was terrible. I was taking it, and I was like, holy crap, every single thing I studied, which I thought I overstudied for this exam, every single thing was covered, and there was some stuff there was like a question or two where I was like, I forgot to study this, or like I remember the person, but I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't write that down in my notes. I totally forgot about this person, right? Yeah, it was insane. Like, it was so comprehensive. It was insane. Obviously, most of it was unit 3 and 4, like this past unit we did, but like we hit on pretty much every topic we've ever talked about in this class, and it was so scary. I was taking it, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I didn't like take any shortcuts or anything, because like I studied for like literally 10 hours yesterday, probably more, and then I studied for like an hour today, and then I was like, thank goodness I did, because holy crap, it was so much. And guess what, guys? I got an 88 on my final. I've never been so happy for a B. Literally. I remember junior year, I bawled my eyes out because I got an 80. I got an 80 on my English exam, and then the next class I got an 89 on my math exam. I started crying. Yeah. I was a straight A student. So, the fact that I was praying for a 78 and I got 10 points more, I'm the GOAT. I'm the G. And because of this like recovery stuff, right? My final grade will replace both of my midterm grades, which means I'll have 88 across the board, unless, because it's 88.7, which means they may or may not bump it up to 89. But basically, I'll end the semester before the curve with an 87, which means with the curve, I'll probably end the class with an A. Ending American Heritage with an A? Oh! Yeah, literally, I think I talked to Audrey, I ran into her and she was like, oh, I'm so proud of you, I can't believe you got an 88 or whatever, because that was after she went to go take her, like, something exam after I talked to her about American Heritage, and then I ran into her on her way back, and she was like, girl, you got an 88, and I'm like, yeah, oh my gosh, I did. And then she was like, oh, what did you do? I was like, literally, the notebook I gave you, study that. Like, no, I told her, I was like, best thing to do is know the name of the reading and the main idea, because they have like the whole list of readings on the back with the author. So as long as you know the name of the reading, then you can figure out who the author is and like what they kind of stood for based on that. I was like, know the readings and then know the vocab I put in there, like literally. So yeah, I think she's taking it Monday, but yeah, whew. Done with American Heritage, and it sucked. I was so incredibly anxious that like I get back, I think I go eat or something. I chill in my room, and I call my mom after I like got my grade came in, and then I told her, I'm like, okay, I'm really hungry, I need to go eat. So it's like 12, and I went and eat, and I came back, and like being like how anxious I've been is like completely messed up my stomach. Like my stomach hurt so much. Like it felt like there was just like. To be honest, it felt like it was just like exploding, to be honest. I mean, like it felt like there was a bunch of like air pockets and bubbles that were just like expanding, and like I felt like my intestines were gonna burst. Like that's how like it messed up my freaking digestive system so bad. That's what my TMI, if you don't want to hear this, fair warning. But freaking when I get anxiety, it like messes up my digestive system so hardcore. Like I get nauseous, but I also get like incredible like digestive issues. Like I poop my guts out, or I just can't poop at all. Like it messes my intestines, like it messes it up so bad. I don't know why or how, but like I have like my stress response from like all this like whatever crap is like, it messed me up so hardcore. Like I was sitting in my bed fetal position because it felt like period cramps, but not like it didn't feel like the little, you know, like you can't see, but like it didn't feel like on the side. It felt like literally I was like, oh my gosh, my intestines are gonna explode. Like it felt so bad. But yeah, no, I was like fetal position trying to like whatever. I started like, I think I like jumped around, maybe trying to like move things around in my digestive system, but it was just like, it was so bad. I eventually fell asleep, I think around like 1. Like the pain kind of went away and I was able to fall asleep, and then I slept until like 6:37, and then I got up and stayed in bed for like an hour, and then around 8 I was like, okay, I need to go eat something. So I warmed up some chicken noodle soup, and I think I grabbed like a little something from the vending machine. I came back. I'm on my last Sprite chill. I'm out officially. Just in time to unplug my fridge and clean it before I gotta leave. But yeah, basically I ate my food and I was like, well, I should study, but I don't want to, right? Also, I got some insight about the math final, which is awesome. I need no logs. Which is I feel like pretty big, but anyway. So yeah, I'll be studying tomorrow and stuff like that. But I decided, I was like, since I really don't feel like studying right now, I'm going to clean my room because it's cleaning shifts for tomorrow. I was going to spend tomorrow tomorrow cleaning, but I'm like, might as well do it now. So I've been doing laundry and cleaning, and like, it's been like a whole fiasco. I've been reorganizing everything. Guys, look at my bed. Look at my bed, and then we've got, look at that. I have to freaking fix that, because that's one like level lower. The bed is one level lower than it should be, so I have to fix that before I leave, because I lowered it by myself, so I gotta put it back. But yeah, I've got like, I even put up I put like the cardboard boxes that I've been keeping over there for when I go back home, so that way I don't have to buy more boxes. And I also put my violin case up there too. It's just been like, so far I've got like kind of to organize, and then I'll start like, I'm gonna organize everything, and then I'll start like wiping down, cleaning kind of stuff, you know. But yeah, American Heritage done, bio done. Now it's just my math final, and that one should be pretty easy, especially since I've got some insight too on what the test kind of looks like. Man, but I'm gonna take, I think Monday I'm gonna take math and religion. Spend this weekend kind of studying, going over stuff. Oh man, I can't wait. I texted my roommate, I asked her, I was like, hey, what day are you moving in? She said January 6th, so I will be here when she moves in. I'm moving, I think my flight is for, dude, my mom sent me back on January 4th, Saturday, right? I asked for a Saturday. My flight leaves at 6 in the morning, which means I probably have to be up and leaving, because it's like 30 minutes away. Oh, I'm gonna get like nostalgia core from like all our missionary send-offs, be like, bye. Oh man, I remember waking up crazy early. Oh, anyway, Brooke's all done with her finals, I think. She's gonna call me either tomorrow or Sunday. So yeah, I can't wait to chit chat with her. I can't wait to see her again. But I'm so close. I've got this math final, and then I don't have to leave my room for the rest of the freaking week, other than to go freaking eat food at the Cannon Center. But yeah, I'm like, I'm so close. Oh man, but big stressor, dude. I literally remember calling my mom my first midterm because I got a 71. I remember calling her and bawling my eyes out. I remember running into Morgan and like, she's like, I was like, just took my first midterm, and she's like, how'd it go? And I started bawling because I got a freaking 71. I was like, Mom, I got 71. Oh my gosh. It was, yeah, I remember bawling my eyes out and being like, this class made me like pray for C's. And then now I'm gonna probably end the class with an A, so I'm literally the coolest person ever. Holy crap, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Oh man, I ended bio with an A. I ended this class with maybe potentially an A. Math, I probably won't end with an A unless I do really well in the final. Like, unless I get like 100% on the final, I'm not gonna, because I got like a 90 on the last test, but like all the other tests I've gotten like 80s on, and then the freaking the online homework for math is the worst because you get 3 tries, and whatever your grade is, it's not participation or completion or whatever your grade is for that thing is what goes in the grade book. But it's the worst because you don't know, and then it doesn't give you the answer, so you have no idea what you got wrong, and you'll never know if if it marks a question wrong. You don't know if it's like the punctuation is wrong or if the actual answer is wrong, because it'll be like, oh, you forgot a comma, or there's like you're supposed to put this certain thing in parentheses. Like, it is so stupid. I can't believe that is graded not on participation. Like, that is so ridiculous, especially because there's like no way to know what the right answer is, so you can't figure out how to do the equations. So it's the dumbest thing ever. And then the same thing for the stupid written homework. So written homework is a little bit better because I can go into the TA. I mean, I can go into TA for whatever. Anyway, I hated this algebra class. This algebra class was so freaking dumb. Like, I'm good at algebra, and it pissed me off about how horrible this class was, like, structured. It was a terrible class. Do not take college algebra 110. It is horrible. Horribly structured. Just take calculus. Deal with it. But it's the only math I have to do. So as long as I get a B in this class, I won't retake it. If I get a C, I'm probably going to retake it. Because I need this for vet school, and I need to at least have good grades for the prereqs for vet school, so that way I can, get into vet school. Because there's only like 5 programs for exotic vets in the U.S. If I don't get into the schools here, then I'll have to go out of the country, which would be cool, but also not, because because vet school over there starts right after high school. So I'd be like 30 hanging out with a bunch of 18-year-olds. Not so cool. I wouldn't be 30. I'd be like 20 something. Anyway, I'd be a lot older, and vet school takes a little bit longer because it's like the school takes like 5 years, and then after that, and it's just like general vet school, and then after that it's you like specialize in certain things and areas. So it'd be like 7 years over there. 7 years over there, and in order to be a vet in America, I'd have to take another test aside from the vet test that I would take there. So I really need to get into vet school here. I'll be fine. I should be able to do it. Plus, there's like two vet programs, exotic vet programs that should be really easy to get into. Like, the prereq for the GPA for one of them is like a 2 point something. I'm like, I really don't want to have to go to that. I want to go to a good program, a good school. I really want to go to there's I think it's Ohio. It's either Ohio, Michigan, or something like that. They have a really good vet program that specializes, that works with zoos, which is what I want to do. So I really want to get into that school. I gotta freaking remember what that is. But yeah, for my prereqs for vet, I want to be able to have really good grades for those, right? Other my general stuff, or my major stuff, that's I can deal with a B. But for my prereqs for vet school, I want to have good grades. Yeah. Also, hopefully I stick out a bit more going into vet school, because I'm freaking coming from BYU, literal elite school. Oh yeah. Anyway, man, I'm done, guys. I'm done. I can't play Minecraft yet, but in a couple days I'll be able to just do nothing but play Minecraft, and I get to see my babies. My mom, I FaceTimed my mom today, and she showed me them. They're so cute. I miss them so much. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go to bed, or no, I gotta finish cleaning my room. You guys have to go to bed, or wake up. I don't know when you guys are watching this. Anyway, goodbye. I love you. See you tomorrow.